Hello everybody, it is Adam Malik Aaron. Before we get to review time, I got new stuff after so long of just same old stuff here. Yeah, the same old stuff. Because I already cleaned out my collection to make more room here. I got new stuff from Walmart. I got 4 new movies. One of them very, very recent. Let's go through them in order. First, we have Jumanji. I know the first thing you want to say, well, are you going to get Jumanji? Welcome to the Jungle. Very likely I will when it comes out. But this is the original, Robin Williams. And, it was well received back then, but today's times with the effects, they don't hold up very well, so I call them terrifying. So, yeah. And, it'd be interesting to review this. Because I don't think I reviewed any, real Robin Williams movies. Because I don't think I have really any weird. And I also will eventually get Welcome to the Jungle. I will get that. And Greatest Showman. Mainly all the movies I didn't get to see during Christmas, which is a lot. Next up, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. It's a very, very, very underrated movie with a massive cult following, mainly because of the way it looks, because it's based off a comic book or graphic novel, and it has like a very video game-esque style to it, which makes it cool and hip. It's made by Edgar Wright too. I don't think I reviewed any of his movies. I did. I saw Baby Driver. I did see that, but this was like before then. So yeah, Scott Pilgrim. Next up is a movie that was not well received by the mainstream at all. The Witch. Man, this movie wasn't received well mainly because, the ads made it look like it's a horror movie. Turns out it's not really a horror movie. It's more of like a slow burn movie, and people hate those. So obviously it didn't get a good reception outside, the critics. So yeah, this should be an interesting watch. Similar to how It Comes at Night was the response for It Comes at Night. And the most recent one, movie very, very recent. In fact, it just won the Best Picture Oscar. The Shape of Water from Guillermo. Oh man, I cannot say this dude's name. Guillermo del Toro. Yeah, this is basically all. He made this movie just to stick it to all people who said, your career's over. Pacific Rim didn't do well. You got booted off of that. You didn't get a Hellboy 3. Crimson Peak was a bomb. It's over. And then Del Toro's like, no, I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna win Best Picture and Best Director. And that Pacific Rim thing, sure, it was mine, but you can do whatever you want to it. It's a sinking ship. Because I think, honestly, because Pacific Rim Uprising just looks terrible in my eyes. It doesn't look good at all. But yeah. This, it's a big, I wouldn't say big, a nice little success. This movie was considered people were worried about this movie because it doesn't seem very mainstream friendly to have like a woman and like a sea creature getting down. I'm sorry, that was terrible. I apologize. Just having love, it's not right. It's wrong and unnatural. So that should be an interesting watch. So those are all the movies I got from Walmart. Now I will review eventually. So the movie I have is a movie I really like, and it is I, Robot with Will Smith. This was like at the peak of Will Smith's popularity. He was making hit after hit after hit after hit after hit. He was unstoppable. Until 7 Pounds happened. Then Men in Black 3 did okay. And then After Earth happened. Then Focus happened. Then Collateral Beauty happened. Well, Concussion came before Collateral Beauty. But then you had Suicide Squad at least. And then Bright got a very divided reaction. So he's kind of in a slump. This was like when people really paid to see him and him alone. So now I'm going to read you the back of the box. So superstar Will Smith rages against the machines in his mind-blowing sci-fi action thriller. When a scientist, James Cromwell, is found dead, robophobic. Get it? Yeah, it's dumb. Detective Del Spooner, what type of name is that? Will Smith suspects an advanced robot committed the murder. According to the 3 laws of robotics, however, a robot can't harm a human, but the rules were meant to be broken. The suspenseful tale of the future questions whether technology will ultimately lead to mankind's salvation or annihilation. Speaking of annihilation, I really need to watch that movie. Didn't see it. I know it's on Netflix. Well, outside the States. I might just buy it on DVD when it comes out, because I don't know, it's just a thought. So I found something in here, back when they used to have stuff in these things. This is just like a scene selection back when they had like on paper. There's also like a bunch of Fox movies in here. Predator, I really need to watch Predator. Predator, Independence Day. Dodgeball, I have that movie. It's right there, specifically. It's like, let me look at this. Day After Tomorrow, I reviewed that. iRobot, reviewing that right now. Alien vs. Predator, just reviewed that very recently. And Daredevil, reviewed that. Yeah. And also has, it been for a DVD for the first time ever, Star Wars Trilogy. Not the original uncut trilogy. Not the originals, probably the re-releases. Those things. Ugh. So yeah. In the future, humanity created robots, and they all look like this. So that's gonna terrify you. You're gonna see that in your dreams. So yeah, they're all there, and it looks like a nice society. They're all there to help. They're basically servants, but they know they're servants, and they can't harm people. So they're there to just, love. Well, actually, robots can't feel emotions. They're robots. But like, Will Smith's just like, I don't trust these robots. Something can go haywire with them. I don't like them. And this dude, Will Smith, is clearly he's living in the past because this is the future, and he's still wearing like old sneakers. He's looking like from 2004 when this is supposed to be much longer in the future. So yeah, he's clearly a hipster. So yeah, so he's just like the future. It's like, oh, perfect, it's a utopia. Then bam, the dude gets killed, and everyone's wondering who did it. And then Wilson's just like, robot did it, and everyone's just like, robots can't harm humans. It's not in their code. It's just like, well, you think at least one of them might have decided to flip the code and decided to kill everyone? So Will Smith goes on his investigation, and meanwhile there's action scenes involving him. Robots like all over his car, which is old too. I'm telling you, this man is an ultra hipster. And yeah, eventually all the robots except one. The one is important. I believe his name is. They call him Sonny, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, one robot's important. Helps them out. All the others go haywire, about to kill everybody, and that's how the movie is. Pros and cons. Pros, Will Smith is Will Smith, and that's always a good thing. He always has his signature charisma. He brings to a role. He's never boring. And it's clear the movie knows he's the major star. Or really the only star. So yeah. He's good. Everyone else is alright. I forgot to mention Shia LaBeouf is in this movie. Yes, you thought I wouldn't notice that. But nope, I did. this was right after he did Holes and right before Transformers. So he's in this weird little area. And he's in this movie too. So that's a nice little fact for you. And I gotta look this up. I really should have done my research before reviewing. It would help out a lot. Again, using my Amazon Kindle, not Kindle. What is that? Kindle, not sponsored, by the way. Wish I was. That would be lit. But nope, I'm not sponsored by anybody, I guess, but myself. Let me look up. I, Robot. I believe this was supposed to get a sequel. Never happened. Didn't need to happen, honestly. I, Robot. Yeah, Alan Tudyk. Like he did motion capture for Sonny. Yeah, the good robot, and man, he was just I mean, like, most people when it comes to motion capture, they usually point at like Andy Serkis. Dan Andy Serkis alone when it comes to motion capture, but man, this dude, it's so underrated and just so under everything. Like, it's like so low key, like a low key great performance that it's a shame it doesn't get mentioned more often. He deserves credit because he really pulls this off, and he really kind of care about Sonny. What he wants, even though he's a robot. So yeah, he's really great. Visual effects are really good, especially considering this was 2004. It should have won Oscar for best effects, but it didn't because Spider-Man 2 won instead. And honestly, I'd pick Spider-Man 2 to win personally. Cons. The plot can get very, very, very messy at times. Like, it starts out simple enough, but then it just kind of goes like that, to be honest. But that's really the only flaw. So overall, it's a good movie. Not the best movie, but it's still good. So I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 for iRobot. So yeah, that is iRobot for you. Yeah, that's that review. Next review is a Wes Anderson movie. I haven't done one of those since Fantastic Mr. Fox. And I know there's new movies coming out. Isle of Dogs, which looks exactly like Fantastic Mr. Fox. But this is a live action movie. And it's very Wes Anderson-ish, which means it's weird. It's not like anything you've ever seen. It has a quirkiness factor to it. So yeah, definitely him. And it is Moonrise Kingdom, which was originally one of his biggest hits until the Grand Budapest Hotel came along and overtook that by a lot. So yeah, Moonrise Kingdom is the next review. So make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment. I will see you all next time. I am out.